this was another interesting one here, Al. Over the weekend, Bobby Marks of ESPN wrote an article on the Lakers and the outlook for the free agents who they have not signed yet. And obviously, one of them that has come up is one Carmelo Anthony. And here's what Bobby Marks said: the best fit this offseason for Carmelo Anthony is the New York Knicks. He says Anthony can still help the Lakers, but there is a clear emphasis on young players off the bench. New York has 2 open roster spots and possibly more if a Donovan Mitchell trade occurs. A return to his former team is Anthony's best option. I mean, my opinion, and I want to hear yours as well, Al, is that if the team stands pat and you don't make a Mitchell trade, I'm not bringing him back. I'm not interested. And Melo's my guy. He's my favorite player, maybe of all time. Next, maybe of all time. Next to Penny, next to Patrick Ewing, I can name a ton. I'm not bringing him back because we just talked about Cam. We talked about Grimes. We need to see these guys playing, right? I don't feel like this team is, a second round lock, even a first round lock, to say, let's bring Carmelo in here and solidify our bench. Why would I bring him in here knowing that the coach, who has a proclivity to play veteran players, is going to lean on him, at the detriment of my younger players? And look, Melo is my guy. He would help us with our shooting needs. We just talked about us not being a good shooting team. He started the year off well last year, not so much to finish the season. No doubt he can help the bench with some scoring punch, some shooting punch. Not doing it at the detriment of the young players. If we don't get Mitchell, the young players need to continue to be emphasized, meaning I'm looking to transition from a Fournier to a Grimes and a Cam. I'm looking to transition some of our younger pieces into the mix. More Obi, more Cam, so on and so forth. Now, if you go get Donovan Mitchell and your depth is compromised, okay, bring him in. But if not, I'm okay, man. That's just how I see it. I'm good.
I 100% agree with you on if you get Mitchell, because somebody's getting moved, or even if it's the Julius Randle move for Russell Westbrook and a spot opens, you bring Melo home instantly. No questions about it. Mm-hmm. Bring Melo. I think he'd be a great role model for Obi. I think he'd be a great role model for everyone on the team. That veteran leadership, understanding how to be the guy in New York, took a lot. He shouldered the weight of wearing the heaviest jersey in the league. So he already knows what it's like to play in Madison Square Garden. I think that would be great. I don't know, man. Even if we don't open up a roster spot, I know it's tough because he still needs playing time, and he would want playing time because of how good he is, right? And we know how he is, and that's like, it's where I'm conflicted, because I still think he'd be a great role model on this team. I think you still need that veteran presence on this team. So I wouldn't be upset if he came back, even with the roster as it is right now. But I also understand how you feel, where it's like, you got Tom Thibodeau here. You also got Mel, who's still good, who could still play, who could still contribute to a team. And I'm looking at Obi, who he needs his minutes. I'm looking at the wings. It's tough because all those guys need their minutes. You got Julius Randle. He's not losing any minutes. He's got paid. If you're trying to move him, he's got to play.
Yeah.
Whatever. It's tough. I get it. But there's still a part of me that would love to see Mel back in the Knicks jersey. Just like, I don't know, just being that role model, man. There's this part. It's just there. It's just there.
Look, I'm with you, man. I would love to see it. I just don't feel like it makes sense for this team where they are right now, where they're trying to go. I just don't see it. I just don't see it make sense. You don't need it. You don't want to bring in a vet of his profile or his caliber, who you have to basically play minutes. The politics comes into play. The questions from the media. Where was Melo tonight? Why didn't Melo play? I just think you're gonna get all of that. I just don't think we need it. I just don't think we need it. That's just my opinion, man. What do you guys think in the chat? Leave us some comments in the chat. Let us know where you stand. Are the Knicks the best team for number 7, Carmelo Anthony, to come back? To me, you can go check out Golden State. Go check out Boston. Check Memphis. We just talked about Memphis needs some shooting. Go check Memphis. Why isn't LeBron bringing them back?
He gave his jersey away already.
Yeah, they gave his jersey away to who was it? Detroit Brown Jr. The disrespect, man. Oof. How about Phoenix? How about Phoenix?
Did you say Philly?
Hey, Philly. I think Philly could use some more shooting off their bench. I still don't feel like they addressed that. You know, I think Philly could use some more shooting off the bench for sure. Somebody in the chat said Milwaukee Bucks. Not a bad one either.
Too.
Yeah, not a bad one either. It's interesting, you know, to see him still on the sidelines like that. But again, maybe he's waiting to see where the whole KD thing, KD, Kyrie, Mitchell. Maybe Melo's waiting, man. Maybe he's waiting.